Okay, so if you're watching this, chances are you're in a bit of a panic. An accident just happened, and you don't have insurance. First things first, take a deep breath. This right here, this is your practical guide to get through this crisis.
I mean, that really says it all, right? It is just a gut-wrenching moment. You can almost hear the financial meter starting to run on costs you know you can't afford. It feels like you're in a total freefall.
And look, that cold feeling is totally real, but I need you to hear this loud and clear. There is a path forward. This isn't about some magic fix. It's about having a solid plan.
And that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Over the next few minutes, you're going to get a clear, step-by-step plan to protect your money and, maybe even more importantly, to protect your driver's license.
All right, let's dive right in, starting at the crash scene itself. What you do in these first 10 minutes, honestly, it has the biggest impact on the next 10 months of your life.
You know what's funny about this checklist? It's kind of boring. And that's the whole point. Right now, your job is to be a methodical robot. Safety first, always. Get those hazards on. Then you exchange info. Yes, get their insurance details, even if you don't have any. Then you document everything. Take way more photos than you think you need, all the angles. Try to find a witness, just a name and a number is huge. And then crucially, you get an official incident number from the police. This is not the time for "I'm sorry" or "it was my fault." It's time for facts. Being boring now saves you from financial chaos later.
Okay, the crash is over. Now we're in those first few critical days. Your goal here is super simple. Avoid the common, very expensive mistakes that can turn this bad situation into an absolute financial disaster.
First up, the biggest mistake you can possibly make? Fleeing the scene. I get it, the impulse to just get out of there is strong, but it's a trap. The second you drive away, you lose any chance to negotiate, and you turn a civil problem into a criminal one. The only way out is through. You stop, you follow the checklist, and you face it head-on.
All right, mistake number 2 is just as bad. Lying about having insurance. An adjuster can look up your policy status in literally minutes. A lie just adds a potential fraud charge to your problems. Instead, be direct. A calm, simple phrase like, "I don't have an active policy, but I'm prepared to arrange payment," shows that you're responsible and ready to solve the problem. It's a powerful move.
Okay, this next one feels easy to skip, but don't. Do not skip a medical evaluation. Adrenaline is a powerful thing, and it can mask some serious injuries. What feels like a minor ache today can become a massive medical emergency and a massive bill down the road. Get checked out and keep every single receipt. That paperwork is gold later.
Oh man, this is a huge one. Do not, under any circumstances, say, "It was all my fault." Fault is a legal conclusion that gets decided later. Your job isn't to be the judge and jury. Your job is to be a witness. Stick to the objective facts. I was going about 25. The light was yellow. That's it. Let the facts do the talking.
Now, this is a piece of leverage you probably have no idea you have. The other driver's insurance policy might actually have coverage that can help them. Things like uninsured motorist coverage or medical payments. If their policy pays for their damages, that can seriously reduce what you owe out of your own pocket. So always get their policy info. You know, there's this story about a simple $190 tow bill that exploded over $1,000 in storage fees, just because nobody called the tow yard for a couple of days. The lesson there? Silence is expensive. It looks like you're hiding. But a proactive written payment offer, that signals you're taking responsibility, and it opens the door to negotiation.
And here's the last big mistake to avoid: getting behind the wheel before you are legally cleared to do so. Your license is probably going to be suspended. All it takes is one routine traffic stop, and suddenly you're facing huge new fines, or even worse, they impound your car. Trust me, it is just not worth the risk.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's pretty simple. Facts beat feelings every time. A written plan is always better than a verbal promise, and having a valid license is a whole lot better than trying to get lucky with the cops. It's all about managing the situation with calm, documented, proactive steps. All right, we've played defense and dodged the big mistakes. Now it's time to shift to offense. Let's build your financial game plan and figure out how to negotiate a deal you can actually afford. This is the million-dollar question, right? Who actually pays for all this? Well, the simple answer is you do. But it's more complicated than just writing a giant check. The path to payment is messy, and you need to know which levers you can pull to make it manageable. Think of this as your financial cheat sheet. It's a simple framework for your next move.
If the total damage is less than what you take home in a month, offer to pay it all at once, but ask for a small discount for being so quick. If it's a bigger number, propose a realistic payment plan. But here's the absolute key. You always back up your offer with proof of income, like a pay stub. A credible offer is a negotiable offer.
And this really is the bottom line. Don't promise the moon just to get them off the phone. A small, steady payment plan that you actually complete is worth so much more to everyone involved than a huge promise that you break after the first month. Make an offer you can finish.
Okay, we've dealt with the money. Now let's talk about something just as important, protecting your future on the road. This is all about safeguarding your ability to legally drive.
So you're going to start hearing this weird term thrown around, SR22, or maybe FR44 depending on your state. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It is not insurance. It's just a form, a piece of paper that your new insurance company files with the DMV. It basically proves to them that you're covered. Think of it like a probation officer for your driving record. The DMV keeps an eye on you for a few years, and if your new insurance ever lapses, they know instantly, and poof, your license is suspended again.
So what's this actually going to cost you? Well, you've got a small one-time filing fee that goes to your insurance company. Then there's a bigger reinstatement fee you pay to the DMV to get your license back. And then you have that 2 to 3 year monitoring period where you just have to stay insured. You've got a budget for all these pieces to truly get back on the road.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. Let's pull all of this together into one final, simple action plan. This is your roadmap out of this mess.
Here it is, your 5-step plan. Step 1, document the scene like a pro. Step 2, check the other driver's policy to see if it can help you out. Step 3, do the math and make a realistic offer. Step 4, put that offer in writing and attach your proof. And Step 5, do whatever it takes to get that SR22 filed and protect your license for the future. That's it. That's the plan.
I want to leave you with this one story. It's about a young dad, no insurance, who walked into a tow yard. He just sold his guitar to make the first payment on the damage. He wasn't running, he wasn't hiding, he was executing his plan. And that's really the final takeaway here. An accident without insurance feels like a total disaster, but it does not have to ruin your life. With a clear head and a solid plan, you absolutely can get through this, protect what's important, and get yourself back on the road.